Niche Snowboards, and I've been told that our little brand out of Salt Lake City has become a leader in sustainable snowboard manufacturing. But I came here today to talk about sustainability in snowboard construction. So I know a lot of you in this room are really familiar, but snowboard construction materials have stayed pretty stagnant for the last 20 or 30 plus years, I mean, in a general, broad speaking sense. And so in 2009, the entire reason we started our business was because we saw that no one was making a focus on environmental responsibility, and they weren't making it a top priority, and for a sport based entirely on the environment, and also how toxic traditional ski and snowboard manufacturing is, we thought that was totally crazy, so we decided to do something about it. And let me tell you, at that time, nobody gave a shit. A lot of people laughed at us, and especially as a small 21-year-old. What?
I care.
Thanks, man.
I shit.
So, especially as a small 21-year-old girl coming into the manufacturing world, getting people to take us seriously was a challenge. When we started, it was hard to even find a manufacturer that was willing to work with us, and we had to continue fighting for each and every new material that we've brought into our production. It hasn't always been easy. For a long time, our former manufacturer, GST, they actually had to mix all of our resins by hand for production. I don't think that made anyone happy, but it makes a big impact, so we were pretty adamant about using that, along with other things. And after GST closed, when we were between factories, there were a lot of people who told us no, or who weren't willing to work with us, or weren't excited about testing new materials. And until we started working with the mothership over in Austria, who's an amazing place, they actually encouraged us to bring new materials and ideas to the table, which we have. But until now, each small change in new material that we've wanted to implement was a struggle. Now, in 2018, things have come quite a long way. Most brands seem to be mentioning some kind of thing about environmental responsibility. The largest brand in our industry has fully adopted the bioresins that we've been shouting from the rooftops about since day one, which, by the way, have a 40% lower carbon footprint compared to traditional resins. But we can still do better. And at the end of the day, we're still making products, we're still making garbage, and we're still contributing to the problem. So Niche still isn't perfect, nor will we ever be, I'm sure, but we hope that we can keep pushing the needle forward and inspiring change across the snow sports industry and beyond. That's why this kind of a project is important. We've been working really hard on this for the last 4+ years and are incredibly proud to bring our first set of zero-waste, fully recyclable snowboards to market this season. And to put some things into perspective too, just so you're aware, we consider this a really big feat from such a small company because most of the days in our office it's 2 people sitting behind a desk, sometimes not getting paid. It's a lot of work. And, you know, for us to invest so much time and energy and what little extra funds we do have into this kind of a project and adopting the risks associated with any potential problems in case this didn't work was really scary and really risky. But we're willing to do it because we think that it's that important. And I'm incredibly happy to report that we've only seen two individual snowboards come back from those, so they actually have a lower warranty rate than any of our other products, and I think we're sitting at about 0.6% warranty rates overall, so I think that just goes to show that you're really not sacrificing performance by making better choices for the earth and for the environment that we all love to enjoy. We also won a Goodwood Award for that board this season, which is very exciting, and I think speaks to the fact that we truly, like, the board still fucking rips. And I think at the end of the day, it's the most important thing. So, as many of you know, and as we showed in our little film, and it was kind of quiet, but when you produce a snowboard, you have all this waste material around the outside of it that gets cut off, and it gets thrown away and ends up in a landfill. What we're doing is we're using a new resin system that can form a cleavable bond after thermosetting, so that with a pH trigger, the chemical bond releases, and we can reclaim all the structural components. So we can harvest like every little piece of everything, and all of that can either be recycled, or we can take all the plastics, for example, and pelletize them, and you can use them for any kind of injection molding to make split board clips or surfboard fins or binding parts or any number of things. And you can literally reclaim every single one of those components. Okay, sorry, I lost my place in my notes. Oh yeah. So until now, it was not possible to recycle thermoset epoxies, which are used in so many different manufacturing industries. And that's why this technology is so groundbreaking. Waste is a design flaw, and good design should not be wasted. Optimism is what brings us forward, and pessimism is what preserves the status quo. And I encourage everyone in this room to look at the impacts we have in the industry, look at even small drop-in solutions that lessen our impacts on the world around us. And trust me, I understand that making changes is difficult, and that implementing new systems and materials is easier said than done. I really do get that. But you can start by looking at your supply chain, doing a proper life cycle analysis, getting rid of greenwashing terms that aren't helping any of us, and seeing where you can start making small improvements. I don't know about any of you guys, but I'm definitely sick of ridiculous marketing claims that mean nothing or aren't backed up by any kind of actual life cycle analysis or quantifiable impact studies, and end up devaluing the real accomplishments that people and brands are making when it comes to sustainability. At the end of the day, you're doing yourself and your customers a serious disservice. So I propose that we all build a better future together. If the snowboard industry can become a leader in sustainability and show what's possible when we can come together for the good of all of us, perhaps other industries will take notice and start making changes too. All it takes is one good case study and for people to give a shit. In my opinion, this kind of technology has the potential to change the world. Thank you for listening.
She's still shaking. She's right. We're all friends here. We are. Just level on this thing. So yeah, let's give her a round of applause, everybody. It ain't easy to be a little brand, but when you stand for what you believe in, you can really create waves that go out into the world and change entire continents, I think. And that's kind of why I was so intrigued with the niche story, and at the trade show I was like, this is a beautiful story that people really need to know. Can I ask you a couple more questions, if you're not scared? So it's called...
I'm better with questions than talking.
Better than... Okay, so we got a couple more questions, and we maybe can field a couple up from out there. So the name of the new resin is?
Recyclamine.
Right, and then where would you get such a product? Is it easily accessible? We have how many shapers do we have in the audience, you know? How many people here could maybe impact their manufacturing? Quite a few. And how many of you have heard of this product? Maybe two out there, some of them. So can you explain how to get it and how easy it is to work with, or?
Yeah, so that's the thing. This is a super simple, not proprietary drop-in solution that's, you know, really cost comparable to other solutions, or to traditional resins, really. So it's a partnership between Entropy out of California and also Kenora Technologies. I mean, because a resin system is a epoxy plus hardener, right? So the difference in this system is that it's a different hardener, which was developed by Kenora Technologies, and like I said in the film, is what makes it different is that when the chemicals cross-link, it's a cleavable bond versus a permanent bond. So that with a pH trigger, essentially you put it in you need to use a recycling facility, but you put it in a vat of basically really concentrated hot vinegar. It's totally non-toxic, and it releases those chemical bonds so that all of the virgin structural components, well, not virgin, but all of the raw structural components can be separated. I mean, like literally every little thing, and it comes out in near virgin-like states. Some things come out even stronger, actually.
Right, can you explain what's in these pieces? So is this a part of a snowboard that you guys built at one point?
Yeah, so this is actually just broken down snowboard stuff. So you've got all your plastics and sidewalls and bases and everything, fiberglass, and then I think the lowest hanging fruit for us is looking at what you can do with all the plastics, which you can pelletize them, and that's a really easy way to start doing any kind of injection molding, so you can get all kinds of plastic stuff that can continue to be recycled. And I think that's the biggest thing at the end of the day, is that you're closing the loop and making sure that nothing ends up in landfills. So I don't know if I said it in that film, but solid waste landfills are the single largest contributor of methane gas in the United States, and which actually methane gas traps things for a lot longer than other gases do. So it's a big problem, and I know that it was kind of quiet in the beginning of the film, but not just in snowboarding, but like on average, composites manufacturers waste between 5 and 40% of raw input materials. That's an astronomically insane number. So we were the first people to bring this as like a consumer-based product that's on the market for sale, but the other companies who are experimenting with this are people like Boeing, BMW, Samsung, and Apple.
And so what do you envision for the future of snowboard manufacturing? You say 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road. What is, our ultimate purpose as an industry? Where should we be?
I think we can and should be doing better, ourselves included. I think this technology is the future of ski and snowboard production, period. If we're not adopting solutions like this, then we're not doing it right. I think that, again, like our sport is based exclusively on the environment. If we're not taking steps to have less impacts on that, and I mean, I guess in my dream world, my goal is that the snowboard industry can become a case study for other industries, because this is it's such an easy drop-in solution. You don't have to radically change things. Just use a different resin. It's better. Even if you're just using bioresins alone, that's a better option than traditional resins, and they're easier to work with anyway, and they have higher adhesion properties. So
it's a win-win for everybody. Well, I think that's it. We'll probably move on to the next one. Thank you so much for coming up here. I know it was a terrifying moment, but you did a fantastic job. Amazing. Thank you. And for all that you do with your snowboarding. And I really believe, hopefully, this video will go out into the world and will really impact everybody else. Did it impact anybody in here as far as You're that tiny little pebble that's going to start a wave that carries across the world. Thank you so much.